guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be doing a April TBR. I was about to say March TBR, but no, we've just had March. We're now into April, which is crazy to me. Does it not seem crazy to you that the year is now a quarter over? Oh my goodness. Anyways, so starting off the TBR, I'm going to be doing this in sections, and I'm going to start with audiobooks. So the audiobooks that I'm going to be completing for the month of April, I've got 3. The first one is Nevernight by J. Kristoff. I am almost finished this one. I read a little bit more of it, listened to a little bit more of it last night, and so far I'm really enjoying it, but I'm very close to finishing. I've only got about 3 hours left, so should be good. It's basically about a girl called Mia, and then she's got her boy called Trick, and I'm actually have been a little bit confused by this, but it has been really good. They're doing some sort of challenge for the spider killer or something or other, and there's a bunch of them all competing. But I've really been enjoying it. There's been a few really good bits, and obviously J. Kristoff is amazing for action, and so as you could imagine, the action in this book, if you have not already read it, is actually really good, and it's very descriptive. I will say that. There were a few very descriptive bits so far that I have been a little bit like, oh. Anyways, so that is the first audiobook that I am reading. Second 2 audiobooks are both within the same physical copy. So the audiobook from this physical copy that I'm currently reading is Pride and the Prejudice by Jane Austen, and I am really enjoying it so far. I have never read Pride and the Prejudice before. I'm not entirely sure why I haven't, because I feel like most people have. So I decided to start it, jump on the train, a little bit late, but that's okay. And then after I finish Pride and the Prejudice, I shall be moving on to Sense and Sensibility, also by Jane Austen. So yeah, that's the audiobooks out the way. So the book that I am currently reading, and I'm almost finished with, is 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, and this book is so far so amazing, and I love it so much, and I cannot wait to finish, which I am planning to do today because I've only got this much left. I've got less than 100 pages left. It's gonna take me like a half hour to finish. It's gonna be so good, and I'm so excited. It's basically about these 6 people, and they are on a suicide mission so we've got break into the notorious Ice Court, which is a military stronghold that has never been breached, retrieve the hostage who could unleash the magical havoc on the world, and survive long enough to collect his reward and spend it. So it's basically they are sent on a heist to kidnap the hostage, and he is a scientist, I believe, who is basically in control of this drug. Now this drug, when given to Grisha, who already possess magical powers, it intensifies their powers to a dangerous level, and the fear is that the people in charge are going to use the Grishas when on the drugs as an army to do whatever they feel like. So the aim of the 6 of Crows group is to basically stop this from happening because there are some Grishas as a part of the group, and it's just really sad that they are being exploited in the way that they are. So, but I'm really enjoying this book. There's all the action, all the exciting stuff. So far, Inej is my favorite character. She is so cool. So she's like this cool little gymnast, and she's tiny and she's cute, and she's super sassy though. I just love her so much. Inej is like my spirit animal. So anyways, that is that. Next book I might mention is another classic, because I would like to get a little bit more into classics. My aim is to read one classic, or at least one classic a month. As you may be able to tell, I'm reading a few more than one this month, and it is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Now, I have watched this movie, but I cannot remember what happened, so I can't tell you very much about this at all. I can read you the blurb. Nick Carraway rents a property on Long Island where the new moneyed class are given to ostentatious displays of wealth. None more so than the mysterious Jay Gatsby, a man who throws lavish parties for uninvited guests. After befriending his enigmatic neighbour, Nick helps reconnect Gatsby with his lost love, Daisy Buchanan, now married and living tantalisingly close by. The rekindling of their passion has explosive ramifications, and the secrets of Gatsby's murky past are finally revealed. So, I'm excited to get into this. That kind of did jig some memories of what happens. I know roughly what happens, but I want to read it so I have a better understanding and so that I can actually say I have read The Great Gatsby. The next book I would like to read is The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J Maas. It basically takes place, Selena's life before the events of Throne of Glass and the continuing novels. So I have had this for a very long time. I just recently purchased Tower of Dawn and Kingdom of Ash, but I do not want to read those until I read this because I know that if I read those first, I will never read this. So I had better read this. Hopefully I get to this month. This is one of those books where I'm not going to be that fussed if I don't get to it this month, but it would be nice to get to. The next book is a new purchase, and it is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. These books are actually getting fairly old now. I read Cinder 2 or 3 years ago now. I really enjoyed it, but I never picked up the second book, and I'm not entirely sure why I didn't. So this is the second book, and it is, I believe, about Red Riding Hood. Oh, and Cinder still makes an appearance though, so I believe that with the continuing books, the previous characters just continue making little appearances, and that is going to be awesome because Cinder is so badass and I loved her so much, so I'm excited to see what happens with this one. The next book that I would like to read is The next book that I would like to read is a non-fiction book, and it is I Am Malala by Malala Yousafzai. Sorry for butchering that, but it's fine. It's basically about the girl who she's in a war-torn country, and she was shot in the face by the Taliban on her way to school, basically just for being a girl, which I think is awful because I think everybody, doesn't matter who you are, what colour you are, what gender you are, like I don't care. Every single human being has a right to education, and the Taliban, when this young girl felt like she wanted to get an education and better her own life, the Taliban did not agree with that and decided to shoot her in the face, which I just think is very rude, very mean, and I'm very glad that she has written a book about it. And I've had this book sitting on my bookshelf for a couple of years. My grandma bought it for me, and I still haven't read it, so I'd better get to that so that I can find out what actually happens. The next book on my list is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I have read this before, but I haven't read the whole series, so my aim is to read one Harry Potter book every single month until I'm through all of them, which should take me to the end of the year, I think, and then I can say that I've read all the Harry Potter books. So yeah, this one doesn't really need an explanation, does it? So saving the best for last, I've still got a few more to get to, 4 more to be exact, but We Are Blood and Thunder is definitely going to be a go-to book. It is by Kisa Lupo, and it is being released on April 19. This is a ARC copy, and it just sounds really, really amazing. I don't think this Kisa Lupo person has made any other books. I think this might be her first, but the description of this book sounded so amazing, and so when I got this, when I received it, I was just dead because I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. So my aim is to read this one towards the beginning of the month so that I can hopefully get it finished by April 19 for when it comes out. Another book that I would like to read this month is Crown of Feathers by Nikki Pareto. This was last month's book of the Arkwright box, and I mean, the back just says, I am daughter of death, from the ashes I rose like a phoenix from the pyre, and I can't really remember what this one's about, but if I remember the our creep description well enough, I'm pretty sure it was basically about a girl who trains phoenixes, and there's going to be some like crazy, like, I don't know, it's a fantasy, whatever it is, and so I'm going to get around to that. The last 2 books I do not own physical copies of, so they're for book clubs. So the first book, which is for the book club, the like in real life book club that I attend once a month, and it is The Boy Who Steals Houses. I cannot remember who this book is by, but that is the book that we have chosen for the month, and I have got it on order from the book depository, but it is only being released on the 4th, and I only ordered it last week, so I'm kind of hoping that it comes by like the middle of the month so I can actually finish it before book club. And then the last book is the Books with Friends book club book pick, and it is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I bought this on Kindle because I'm on a book buying ban, and I figured the best way to hide this is just buy Kindle books. Yep. So I'm really excited about this. I don't really know what it's about, but people who have read this have said that it is a good book, so I'm very excited to get into it. That is the end of my April TBR. It's quite a substantial TBR this month, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We'll survive. I'm aiming to get through at least half of these. I know that this is very, very, well, this is a lot. Anyway, if I can get through half of these, I'll be proud of myself, but it'd be nice to be able to get through all of them, so we'll just see how we go. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video, and goodbye!